Ellen McCauley Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. I'm going to direct everyone's attention to the back of the food log. And the reason I put this on the back of the food log, the 10 ways to tell if you are a perfectionist, is all week long I kind of want you to flip it around. But don't read it now because I want you to listen to me. Remember when we started session 18, I started with an analogy with Syracuse University football. I talked about Coach Dino Babers, but at that time I called him Dino Babbers by mistake. And we have 3 Pray It Off members who are related to a Syracuse University football player. So they quickly told me they liked the analogy, but that it was Babers. So Dino Babers, and I think most people know how to pronounce his name right about now. And what's interesting is when I started the session, I said, he's a brand new coach, he took over a losing team that had been through transition, and I talked about how he was going to offer some change, some ideas, and people were all excited, just like they are the first day of Pray It Off. Ooh, change, some new ideas, oh, this is great. And then they lost 4 games. And all of a sudden it was like Dino Babers, who? The dome started emptying, their seats weren't there. And Bob knows, my husband knows that I refer to those people as fake fans. They're fake. They're fake. These are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that are trying to do the best they can. They're learning a new program. They're learning the hurry-up offense, which, by the way, I love. And we weren't giving them time. We weren't giving them time to learn these changes, to learn to congel as a team. Do we give ourselves time here to learn to change? Or do we say, I tried Pray It Off for 6 weeks and I don't like it because I'm not losing weight? Or are there those among us who say, you know, change is hard, change is tough. I'm not going to be a fake PO member. I'm going to keep it going. So on Saturday, I said to Bob, you know, let's watch the game, let's watch the game. I really think we're going to win this one. And he says, you know, Ellen, that's what I love about you. I love your optimism. I love how you always believe we're going to win. But guess what? I still love them even when we don't win. Because that is what a true fan is. You support them, you care about them. And I had friends at work going, I gave my tickets away. I don't want to go to that game. I don't want to watch those losers. And I said, really? Really? Because you're a fake fan. I have no problem. I'll tell them right to the face. You're fake. You are a fake fan. And there are Pray It Offers who after 3 or 4 weeks are like, it's not working for me. Is it not working for you, or are you not working? What is the answer to that Pray It Offer? So, when it got to the 4th quarter, I might tear up, I'm sorry. And I said, we got this. We got this, Bobby. We got this. And I was so happy that you would have thought I had a son on Syracuse University football team. But guess what? We do. These are our sons. These are our boys. And when Dino Babers' video went viral of him going, whose house is this? Guess how many times I've watched that on YouTube? Repeat. I was standing up going, my house, my house, my house. I was yelling, it was my house. Because that's how I felt. And that's how I feel about Pray It Off. You can be a fake fan. You can be with the complaints. Or you can say, I can do this. So let's take a little lesson. And you know what? They're going to go to Boston College, and guess what? They might win, they might lose, but I'll still be cheering for them. And I hope the rest of Syracuse will also. Also, it brings to mind, though, that some of this goes into the whole perfectionist thing. If we don't have a 8-0, a 10-0 record, it doesn't count. We want our football team to have a perfect record. We want every week to lose 3 pounds. We want our lives to be clear sailing. No traffic in front of us, no traffic behind us, just clear roads. Is life like that, Pray It Offers? know. But what do we do to ourselves? Let me just see if anybody in this room is a perfectionist. You are highly conscious and hypercritical of mistakes. You aim to be the best in everything you do, even if it's something that you really don't care about. You spend copious amount of time to perfect something, even at the expense of your well-being. You set absolute ideals, black and white, no gray. You are your harshest critic. You beat yourself up over the smallest thing when it goes wrong. Oh, that's me, hands down. You mull over outcomes that they did not turn out as envisioned. In our family, we call it stewing on something. I will stew, I will add carrots and potatoes and vegetables. I will add so much stuff to that stew, and I will mull, and I'll recreate it. Maybe if I did this, maybe if I hadn't done that, maybe if I didn't say that, maybe if I did this. Mull, stew. You are defensive towards criticism and have a fear of failure because they suggest, what everybody? Imperfection. You can only care about achieving the end goal, paying no attention to the journey. The journey. Do we look at the journey Pray It offers? You have an all or nothing approach to everything. You are conscious of any situation which might give others the perception that you are not perfect. Now, does anyone in this room have one or more of any of these 10 qualities? Does anybody have none of them?
I'm perfect.
They're such perfectionists that they can't even admit that they're perfectionists. Because people might think they failed at not being a perfectionist. Okay. But let's talk a little bit more about this. And it goes right into the 99 days. Because those people who are doing the 99 days, which is an assignment, are taking their journey seriously, and they are trying to do what it takes to be successful. Is that a perfectionist, or is it someone who's following the program? Now, a perfectionist, if they don't do all the days and don't do everything on the days, will quit or cry or beat themselves up. But reading these, trying to do them, look at day 44. Memorize Philippians 4:13. Let's say it all together. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And let me give you a little tip. A friend at work who is Pentecostal said that they tell them that you read a Bible verse 7 times for 7 days. And that's how you memorize it. 7, a biblical number. But the way it works for me is this. I memorized Psalms 16:8 this week. I know the Lord is always with me. I will not be shaken. He is right beside me. And you know how isn't that nice? Yeah. Do you like that one? Because sometimes I do get shaken. I'm like, oh, and literally, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I like that one. How I memorized it was Psalms 16. I wish I was 16 again, man. 16, and know what I knew now? 8 is half of 16. Okay, I wish it was 16. 8 is half. I was having trouble with starting it out. But it starts out with, I know. And I hear that 100 times a night at the scale. You need to work a little harder. I know. You need to stop eating pizza. I know. So then I thought, I'll just remember what everyone says at the scale. I know. And then the rest is gravy after that. And then I memorized John 8:32. Read the scriptures, and you will find the truth, and the truth will set you free. I love that one too. Read the scriptures. John, a male name. 8, my mother's birth month. 32, the year my father was born. That's how you remember these things. Look at Philippians 4:13. I have 4 children. 13 is an unlucky number. Or for some people it's lucky. So think of your lucky number. So think of something that works for you. Okay, anyone else memorize a Bible verse for something they never knew before? Mark, say it nice and loud.
Romans 8:31. What shall we say of the things they said? For if God is with us, who can be against us?
Love it. Angel.
Proverbs 33:5, because I want to be 35 again. Trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart. We'll take a couple more. Holly.
Joshua 24:19. As for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord.
I'm getting goosebumps here, Pray It Offers. Linda.
Lord, you have been our refuge from all generations. Psalm 90, verse 1.
Perfect. Next week I'll ask a few more. I'm reading a book by Matthew Kelly, and he runs Dynamic Catholic. Love him. And we did his book during Lent. What was the name of that one again? Jesus, Rediscover Jesus? Rediscover Jesus. This one's called Resisting Happiness. Oh my gosh. Those, resisting happiness, so many of us do that. And then after the first chapter he says, what makes you happiest? I really had to stop and think about it. Not who, what. You know, really think about what makes you the happiest. Do it this weekend if it's healthy and good for you. On Saturday, I want you to pray for Ellen and Bob as they drive to New York City to see Vincent his play. It's this weekend. So many people are like, how was the play? It's this weekend. Also, on day 47, write down 5 things you love about yourself. I didn't say like, I said love. I'll start. What do I love about myself? I'll work on that one. Okay. Also, one thing is, so many people think, does God expect me to be perfect? Don't you think that sometimes? You know, and I've talked about this with priests before. I said, I have trouble with the act of contrition because it says, I firmly resolve with the help of thy grace to sin no more and to avoid the near occasion of sin again. I firmly resolved. So what the heck is wrong with me? Why am I in confession again when I already firmly resolved? So I thought about that. I firmly resolved to, stay eating healthy and moving more and praying more. But we move. There's hills, there's valleys. One of the things is no one is perfect. Who follows me on Twitter? Mark. I have been tweeting every day for years, and I hardly have any followers. But guess what? It doesn't deter me. I still tweet. The other day I tweeted this. Ministry is entering with our human brokenness into communion with others and speaking a word of hope. Because someone the day before had said to me, you run that ministry at Holy Family, don't you? And I'm thinking, ministry? I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy to run a ministry. That sounds like something a deacon or a priest would do. And I really thought about that. Ministry, wow. And then I thought, ministry is entering with our human brokenness. I think that's why people relate, because I'm broken. We're all broken. Into communion, that's what we do every week with others, and we speak words of hope to each other. Love it. And then today I tweeted this. The first to help you up are those who know what it's like to fall down. See what you're missing by not following me on Twitter? I want you to run home and follow me on Twitter. So, but isn't it true? Don't we all know what it's like to fall down? Do I sit in there and go, I used to weigh 300, but I don't, so you should be able to kick it up more because I'm great and you're not. I'm like, just a few ounces. Next week, maybe it's sodium. I never say, you piece of crap, get out. I never say, I'm sick of you. I'm sick. All right, Bob wants me to stop right there, so I am.